Democrats will say, well, illegals can't vote. Like, for sure some do, and even if they don't know they are, people are filling out their ballots. Okay. Their kids vote, and their kids are Americans.
Yep.
It
might not affect this election, but down the road
they've been playing this game for 40 years. Yeah. It's like, it's just crazy that we allow this, and like anyone born here is an American. It's like, then they get to vote. Okay, so yeah, even if that illegal doesn't vote, their kids do, their grandkids do. That's why this is more about like demographic change.
Yeah.
On some level, that right there was a description of America and how America has always been, but he seems to have a problem with it. He can't really express what the issue is other than that some people are good people and other people are black and brown people. Other than that, I'm not sure what the problem is. But importantly, that is senior advisor to Project 2025, John McEntee, one of the guys who's gonna try to really kickstart the demolition of America as a constitutional democracy and turn it into a fascist state. But I love that he's like, that even if the illegals don't know they're voting, people are filling out their ballot. They don't have a ballot. They're not citizens. There's no ballot for someone else to fill out. They don't even know what their conspiracies are about the election. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on his point because it makes a persuasive point that it isn't just about the migrants voting, it's about their kids. People come over to America and whether they vote or not, their kids vote and their grandkids vote, and it needs to stop. Which takes us to the children of Donald Trump, because they vote, supposedly, and they're the kids, the grandkids of migrants. I mean, look at right there. You have Don and Eric and Ivanka. Their mom, Ivana, was a Czech immigrant. And Barron, who he apparently loves enough to go to his graduation, his mom's was a migrant. It was Melania. And like she's from Slovenia. So does that count? Trump's the son and grandson of immigrants, German on his father's side, Scottish on his mother's. None of his grandparents, and only one of his parents was born in the US or spoke English as their mother tongue. He votes by mail, noteworthy to point that out. But so should they be barred from voting? Dude on Project 2025? Or are they okay for a reason that you don't want to specifically articulate? Why exactly? Again, this is all, you take mediocre people that are desperate to by default be superior. They want to have been born into an elevated position. That's what they want. They don't want to have to earn it by virtue of talent or hard work, knowledge, empathy, whatever. They just want to necessarily be better because of the melanin content of their skin, because of the place that they were born. But even that isn't enough, because if a migrant comes and has a kid, and by virtue of the Constitution, that person is an American, that still shouldn't count for them, but it counts for prior waves of migrants that they no longer have a problem with. Brett, what do you make of this?
I mean, this guy is basically like ChatGPT 2 years ago, but for like vaguely racist frat boys. Explicitly racist frat boys. Like that is what it is, auto-generated. This guy has a whole TikTok where he's like, women are stupid, change my mind. He's the kind of person who appeals to Donald Trump because he does that. He's got a big social media presence. He also knows how to grift very well. And he's good, camera loves him. That's it. This is who they want to be. This is like, I mean, and this is stuff, I am both Hebrew and Goyish. And so listen to me when I say that like this image is what Hitler was jamming toward. That. He was that. That is what he wants. It's so creepy that they're like, I want rippling white dudes to just kind of be the flame all the other white dudes want. And then we can shut out all the other dudes, all the Lorenzo Lamases. We could shut out all the hot
Direct
Latino
quote from Hitler.
The hot, sexy Latino boys. By the way, give me some photos of those. Like it's so creepy and it's so homoerotic and it's so weird, especially in contrast to what their professed intention is. But we all know that they're like harboring some kind of weird, like self-loathing homosexuality. That's what my take is on it. When I see people like this sit around and circle jerk each other on a podcast, it's like very obvious. Like, okay, good point. No Italians would ever be able to vote. No,
Which I have a problem with.
Yeah, no
having
Italians,
Italians.
no, your ancestors would not be allowed to vote. Like, at
No
what
Irish.
point is it okay?
Nope.
The actual explicit answer to the rhetorical question of when would it be okay is if there's just a new group of migrants to hate. Like,
Yeah,
this is the
exactly.
proud to be an American, like, inherent contradiction, hypocrisy, and lie that happens over and over again. Go read old Ben Franklin things where he's like, the swarthy Central European non-white Germans. He wrote stuff like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's a
just
tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Is what it is. 100%. You covered in your point a lot of territory, and I don't want to follow you onto some of it, but there was definitely some good stuff there. So thank you. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.